Have you ever felt a nagging sense of dissonance between the teachings you've learned about Christ and the deeper truths you carry within you? It's a question that stirs something profound, isn't it? This idea of teachings perhaps misunderstood or purposely veiled over the years can lead us to an unexpected place of exploration. What if everything we accepted as truth was constructed, shaded, or shaded in nuances, obscuring the essence of Christ's messages? Imagine sitting in a dimly lit room filled with dusty old books, their spines barely discernible against the shadows. Each book contains the voices of those who came before, the messages of compassion, love, and understanding. Yet a thin veil of misinterpretation has settled over them, preventing the light of awareness from reaching the depths of their wisdom. This imagery resonates with how we might view religious teachings today, diluted or cloaked in layers of dogma and tradition. What if you were invited to lift that veil? Dr. Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, a pioneer in understanding grief and human emotion, can help us navigate this terrain. Her work transcends the realm of coping with loss. It sheds light on how we process emotions that arise when confronting uncomfortable truths about ourselves and our beliefs. Much like we might resist the implications of grief, we can also deny the profound discrepancies in our spiritual beliefs. Denial is often a comfortable place to reside. It's a safe harbor, insulated from the storm of challenging questions that tug at the edges of our hearts. Have you allowed yourself to explore those feelings of denial? And then comes anger, a powerful emotion that sometimes feels like fire raging within us. It's justified, an eruption that often arises when we've been confronted with truths that clash violently with our identity and beliefs. Have you ever felt anger towards your faith? Perhaps it's the anger of a grappling heart trying to reconcile a future that feels uncertain and a past that feels fixed. Like holding a tightly clenched fist, anger often masks deeper vulnerabilities. What if embracing the anger is the first step toward liberation? What if it is the ignition of potential transformation? What if allowing these emotions to guide your reflections? Are you comfortable sitting with these feelings, or will you suppress them? The journey through spirituality is not a smooth path laid with bricks of unwavering beliefs. It's more akin to an untamed forest, filled with thickets and unexpected turns, challenging us to confront what lies beneath the surface. Kübler-Ross reminds us that confronting our feelings, even the anger that arises from awareness, can be a precursor to understanding a more profound message of love and acceptance. You might wonder, what's on the other side of this process? What if the misunderstandings about Christ's teachings lead to a more restful and authentic connection with the divine? What if, by peeling back the layers of misconception, you find a truth that resonates harmoniously with your innermost being? As we delve into this discussion, consider what beliefs you've held that may not reflect your true self. Reflect on this. When you strip away the conventions and dogmas, what do you truly believe about divine love and compassion? Are your beliefs aligned with the love you experience within yourself and the world around you? As we embark on this exploration, I invite you to ponder these questions and engage with your own inner wisdom. Let the uncomfortable feelings guide you toward deeper understanding, even if it initially feels daunting. Embrace this opportunity to redefine your spiritual path, much like an artist who dares to renovate a classic piece into a modern masterpiece. If you're curious to uncover the deeper truths of spirituality, subscribe now and turn on notifications to join our enlightening journey. Together, we can peel back the layers of misunderstanding and begin to see the radiant truth of love at the core of Christ's teachings. What might that revelation mean for you? Let's find out together. As we venture deeper, let's explore the emotional landscape surrounding our beliefs, particularly as we confront denial and anger. Have you ever felt your foundations shake when you discovered something that challenged your understanding of faith? This is a natural reaction, the first ramparts of defense springing up in the face of truths we least expect. The process often begins with denial, a safety net many of us cling to during periods of upheaval. Imagine walking along a tranquil beach, feeling the warm sand beneath your feet. Suddenly, a wave crashes, pulling you deeper into the ocean's depths. Denial is like that moment when the tide rises unexpectedly. It's a protective reaction, keeping you afloat when the current becomes too strong to confront. As you ponder this, ask yourself, what does denial mean in your spiritual life? Are there beliefs or teachings you've encountered that left you feeling adrift? Elisabeth Kübler-Ross's work on grief reveals that denial is part of a coping mechanism, a brief respite before we wrestle with the discomfort beyond. When faced with conflicting beliefs, do you find yourself denying their existence? It may feel easier to stick with what's familiar, even if it rings hollow in your heart. But underlying this denial might be a desire for something more profound, a yearning to grasp the depth of faith that resonates with your spirit. Anger often follows denial, erupting like a volcanic disturbance within. How many times have you felt that burning frustration when a cherished belief suddenly seems false or misleading? Perhaps it was the realization that compassion and love, so deeply rooted in Christ's teachings, were overshadowed by rigid doctrines. This anger is not negative. It's an essential part of the process. Embracing the fire within can lead you to questions that prompt growth. Have you questioned why certain beliefs elicit anger from you? What truth are you being invited to examine? Consider this. Anger can serve as a vital compass. It directs you toward what truly matters. Instead of viewing it simply as a reaction to disillusionment, recognize it as a bridge, guiding you to explore avenues of vulnerability and openness you may have previously avoided. What if your anger held the key to a deeper connection with faith? What if it spurred you into a richer understanding of divine love, steering you toward a landscape of acceptance? Navigating this terrain is neither linear nor predictable. Imagine a sprawling labyrinth where every twist and turn leads to profound insights. You may feel lost at times, yet each moment serves an invaluable purpose. Kübler-Ross emphasizes that understanding grief and emotional upheaval is akin to traversing this labyrinth. Rather than seeking linear paths, we must embrace the chaos, allowing space for reflection, understanding, and acceptance. Here's a thought. How can you transform your emotional responses into opportunities for spiritual growth? What can anger teach you about the essence of compassion? This transformative journey invites you to grapple with the uncomfortable and emerge on the other side more grounded in authenticity. In the heat of denial and anger, it's crucial to extend compassion to yourself. Just like a garden needs time and nurturing to flourish, so do our spiritual landscapes. Each emotion you feel serves a purpose, whether it's guiding you back to a familiar refuge or pushing you to confront those long-standing truths. Are you giving yourself permission to explore these feelings? As we navigate through our beliefs, let us open a dialogue about the nature of our faith. If you felt the weight of denial or the burn of anger, share your experiences. Have your emotions led you to any unexpected insights? Engaging with this process brings you closer to the essence of your spirituality, shedding light on hidden gems that lie within your journey. If you've grappled with denial or anger regarding your faith, I invite you to leave a comment below. Together, we can create a community that seeks to understand the depths of our emotions and their role in our spiritual lives. Let's honor this complexity and find clarity in the conversation. The transformation of your beliefs can lead to a renewed sense of purpose, aligning your experience with the deeper truths that resonate in your soul. Join me as we continue on this enlightening journey, seeking answers to the questions that shape our existence. As we move forward in our exploration, let's turn our attention to the emotional currents of negotiation and depression that surface in the wake of discovering hidden truths. Have you ever found yourself caught in a tug of war with your beliefs? This internal struggle often signals the beginning of a profound spiritual transformation. Imagine being in a marketplace surrounded by vibrant stalls filled with colorful fruits and enticing spices. In this bustling environment, you are faced with choices, some familiar, some foreign. This marketplace symbolizes the negotiation process of faith. Your beliefs are the goods you're weighing. You haggle with yourself, trying to settle on what feels right, what seems true, and what you've been taught to accept without question. It's a dialogue that often comes with an emotional price tag. Kübler-Ross's insights into grief spotlight how negotiation is a common reaction when we are confronted with uncomfortable truths. We often bargain with ourselves to reconcile our faith with emerging realizations. Perhaps you find yourself asking questions like, what if I can still hold on to these beliefs while also embracing a broader understanding? Or what if the love at the core of Christ's teachings could expand in ways I never considered? These negotiations can lead you into a shadowy realm of denial, where, beneath the surface, lies a quiet sadness. Have you ever felt the weight of depression wash over you as you wrestle with the complexity of your beliefs? When cherished notions begin to crumble, the resulting grief can feel heavy, almost paralyzing. It's akin to standing at the edge of a cliff, looking down into a chasm that feels both daunting and dark. Yet within that darkness, there is a subtle invitation, a beckoning toward acknowledgement and acceptance of your emotions. Reflect on this. Rather than viewing depression as a state to avoid, consider it a natural part of the process, an opportunity for reflection. Much like winter's chill that precedes spring's bloom, these heavy emotions can serve as a catalyst for personal growth. In acknowledging your sadness, you create fertile ground for new insights to blossom. How has depression influenced your spiritual journey? Are there moments you've allowed yourself to sit with this feeling, even when it felt uncomfortable? During this negotiation with your beliefs, you might find it helpful to visualize your emotional landscape as a garden of thoughts and experiences. Some plants are flourishing, vibrant in their growth, while others may wither, needing care and reconsideration. In tending to this garden, you cultivate an environment where truth can freely emerge. Ask yourself, how can you lovingly nurture these parts of yourself? What can you uproot to make space for new and authentic growth? As you navigate this garden of negotiation, remember that there is power in community. Sharing your experiences opens the door to collective wisdom. Have you ever found comfort in a conversation about faith that revealed insights you hadn't considered before? When we gather our reflections, we create a tapestry of understanding that can inspire deeper connections, allowing us to realize we are not alone in our struggles. Let's facilitate this conversation. What strategies do you employ in negotiating your beliefs, particularly when faced with uncertainty or doubt? Perhaps it's journaling, seeking counsel from trusted friends, or simply taking quiet moments of introspection. When we share these strategies, we enrich not only our own understanding, but also those who walk a similar path. As you contemplate your own negotiation process, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments. Your reflections could inspire someone else to take their first steps toward exploring hidden truths in their own faith journey. Together, we can navigate the emotional currents of belief, guiding one another through the transitions that define our spiritual evolution. In this journey of negotiation and the heaviness of depression, let's gift ourselves the space to feel, grieve, and transform. Hold tightly to the understanding that while the journey may be tumultuous, it also leads to a deeper appreciation of the love and compassion exemplified in Christ's teachings. Join me as we continue to unravel the complexities of our faith, seeking to create a community rooted in support and understanding on this enlightening path. As we progress along this intricate journey of faith and emotion, we arrive at a crucial stage, acceptance. This concept, often misrepresented as passive resignation, is nothing short of a dynamic embrace of reality. Have you ever wrestled with what it truly means to accept your beliefs and the accompanying emotions? Acceptance symbolizes a turning point from turmoil toward tranquility, ushering you into a deeper relationship with your spirituality. Visualize acceptance as a sunrise breaking the dawn after a long, dark night. Just as light chases away the shadows, acceptance illuminates your inner landscape, revealing the beauty and complexity that existed all along but was obscured by earlier struggles. It's the moment you recognize that, while you may not have all the answers, there is comfort in being present in your beliefs. Have you ever experienced this type of awakening where your understanding shifted from conflict to a gentle sense of peace? Dr. Elisabeth Kübler-Ross emphasized that acceptance comes after the tumultuous waves of grief, denial, anger, and bargaining have settled. But what if this acceptance is not an endpoint, but rather a continuous unfolding? The moment you say, "I accept where I am," you open yourself to transformative possibilities. This is the crux of spiritual evolution. It doesn't mean you stop seeking or questioning, but rather that you allow yourself to move forward without resistance. Consider your own journey, the moments when you've chosen acceptance over despair. What did that feel like? Did it free you to explore your beliefs in a new light? When you accept, you're not only validating your experiences, but also allowing space for growth to thrive. Acceptance can bring forth a great liberation, inviting you to shed the burdens of rigid expectations and embrace the fluidity of faith. What might your life look like if you fully stepped into this acceptance? However, acceptance is not without its challenges. It can require a deep dive into the heart of your beliefs, often prompting questions that lead to a revisiting of what you thought was settled. Much like an artist revising their work, acceptance invites you to step back and see the bigger picture, where colors blend, where shadows dance, and where the pending strokes of experience continue to reshape the canvas of your faith. This process asks you to reflect. What beliefs are you willing to re-examine? Are there teachings you've accepted without question that may be due for a thoughtful review? What does acceptance require of you regarding your relationship with Christ's messages? As you encounter these reflections, embrace them with honesty and compassion. Accepting your unique spiritual journey also means embracing the inherent uncertainties that come with it. Think back to that bustling marketplace we discussed before. Acceptance lets you recognize that the fruits of your beliefs might not always be ripe for picking. Some ideas will nourish you, while others may rot before your eyes. Acceptance becomes a necessary step in discerning what to carry forward and what to let go. How might you navigate this process without judgment? Within this stage of acceptance lies a powerful revelation. It is the birth of self-acceptance, the embracing of your entire self, including your doubts, your struggles, and your triumphs. This invitation prompts an introspective question. How do you treat yourself in your spiritual journey? Are you gentle and compassionate, or are you quick to criticize when you stumble? I encourage you to reflect on this self-nurturing during the acceptance phase. Take a moment to acknowledge your journey thus far, the insights you've gained, the struggles you've overcome, and the profound beauty of growing and evolving. What gifts have your experiences given you? As we conclude this section, I invite you to share your experiences with acceptance in the comments. How has it manifested in your spiritual life? What insights can you offer others who may be navigating through similar waters? Through sharing, we build a community of empathy and support, reminding one another that acceptance is not a solitary act, but a shared journey toward enlightenment. Join me as we continue this exploration into the heart of faith, unraveling the mysteries of acceptance while welcoming its transformative power. Together, let's cultivate an awareness that drives us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the divine love at the center of Christ's teachings. Every step forward, however small, is part of a larger symphony in our spiritual evolution. Let's honor this melody together. As we traverse the landscape of acceptance, we now land upon the concept of knowing, a vital and often elusive aspect of our spiritual journey. Knowing in this context isn't about the accumulation of facts or rigid doctrines. Rather, it's about deep understanding and connection with oneself and with the divine. What does it mean to truly know? How do we navigate the often murky waters of belief and inner truth without getting lost? Imagine your mind as a vast ocean. At times, the waves can be tumultuous, crashing with questions and uncertainties. Yet beneath the surface, there is calm, an infinite depth of knowing that provides a stillness amidst the chaos. This deep knowing asks you to dive beneath the surface of your beliefs and experiences to explore the currents that govern your spiritual life. Can you identify moments when you felt an instinctual truth within yourself? When has your heart whispered insights that defy reason or logic? Kübler-Ross's work teaches us that the journey through grief and emotional healing leads us to profound realizations. It compels us to confront our existential uncertainties. What if these momentary dark nights of the soul don't lead to despair, but instead ignite a journey toward deeper self-awareness and divine connection? Just like a pearl forms in an oyster, knowing often arises from discomfort and irritation, a friction that propels us into transformative clarity. This path of knowing often begins with questions. It's a quest for finding your heart's truest desires. Are there specific beliefs or teachings that resonate with the core of who you are? Can you recall a time when your intuition guided you, perhaps prompting you to follow a path that felt right regardless of external pressures? Reflect on this. What lies at the heart of your spiritual understanding? However, with knowing comes responsibility. When you uncover truths within yourself, you are called to embody and act upon them. This is not just intellectual acknowledgement. It's a commitment to living in accordance with your evolved beliefs. How do you hold space for the new insights you gather? Are you courageous enough to share these truths with others, even if it makes you feel vulnerable? The journey of knowing requires turning inward and trusting the wisdom you uncover, like a seed unfurling into a flower, revealing its beauty to the world. And yet, as you strive to know, it's essential to remain open to the mystery of life. Sometimes the answers we seek remain shrouded in fog, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. Remember, genuine knowing doesn't mean the absence of questions. Rather, it embraces the questions as part of the journey. What if the act of seeking is just as significant as finding the answers? As we take stock of our journeys toward knowing, let's not forget the beauty in shared experiences. Have you ever found profound understanding in a conversation with someone who simply understands what you've been through? Sharing your path can illuminate the way for others and inspire collective growth. Which discussions have profoundly shaped your understanding of yourself or your spirituality? Reflect on the power of these connections, how they guide you toward deeper knowing and foster a sense of community. I encourage you to consider journaling your thoughts or engaging in discussions with loved ones about your spiritual revelations. What insights have surfaced lately? How has your understanding of faith shifted? In sharing, you contribute to a tapestry of experiences that enrich not only your own journey, but also that of others who seek deeper understanding. As we transition from the concept of knowing toward the act of living out those truths, I invite you to think about how you might embody your insights. What steps can you take to infuse your daily life with the understanding gained from your experiences? How might your transformed beliefs express themselves in compassion, openness, and connection with the world around you? Let's create a space in the comments, a circle of connectivity where you can share your journey of knowing. What has this exploration led you to uncover? Connecting with one another allows us to build a community that thrives on mutual encouragement, reminding us that no one walks this path alone. Together, let's continue this exploration of faith by uncovering the depths of knowing, revealing the profound layers of wisdom that guide our lives. Embrace the richness of your journey, and let's celebrate the discoveries that arise from it. With each step forward, we build toward deeper understanding, a profound awareness of love and acceptance at the core of our spiritual evolution. Come, let us journey together, embracing the mysteries that await us. As we stand on the cusp of transformation, the threads of our journey weave into a tapestry, culminating in a profound revelation, the essence of love. This core emotion is not merely a feeling, it is the driving force behind our understanding, our acceptance, and our knowing. Love transcends our struggles, guiding us toward connection with ourselves and others. But what does it truly mean to love in the context of our spiritual journeys? Picture love as a warm, radiant light, casting illumination upon the shadows of uncertainty and doubt. In its glow, we find solace and strength. Yet, this light is not always steady. At times it flickers, dimmed by fear, anger, or confusion. Reflect on your own experiences. When have you felt the illuminating power of love washing over you? Perhaps in a moment of tranquility or during an act of kindness? Can you recall a time when love transformed a difficult situation, revealing the underlying connection you share with others? Drawing on the teachings of Elisabeth Kübler-Ross, we can recognize that love often surfaces after the tumultuous phases of grief and acceptance. It encourages us to embrace vulnerability and to seek connection rather than isolation. Love challenges us to confront our fears, allowing us to feel and express our emotions without reservation. In what ways have you allowed love to guide you through your darkest moments? How has it empowered you to transform grief into compassion and empathy? As we explore the dimensions of love, consider how it manifests in various aspects of your life. It can range from self-love, treating yourself with kindness and understanding, to the love you extend to others, including friends, family, and even strangers. Each interaction offers an opportunity for growth and understanding. Are there relationships in your life that need nurturing? Are there connections that you can strengthen through acts of love and service? Love also calls us to reflect on the power of forgiveness. Holding on to resentment can weigh heavily on our hearts and hinder our growth. By choosing to forgive, we liberate ourselves from the shackles of past grievances and open the door to healing. What forgiveness can you extend to others or to yourself? How might this act of love reshape your spiritual landscape and deepen your understanding of faith? Consider sharing your insights in the comments. How have you experienced love's transformative power, and how has it affected your spiritual journey? Your stories can inspire others to embrace love in its many forms, creating ripples of compassion that extend far beyond our immediate community. Now, as we delve deeper into what love demands of us, let's remember its inherent challenge, unconditionality. Love, when practiced from a place of authentic connection, encourages selflessness and generosity. It nudges us to ask, how can we love others even when it's difficult? how can we show compassion to those who challenge or hurt us? This doesn't mean we excuse harmful behavior. Rather, it means we cultivate a heart that seeks understanding and connection. Imagine an open field where all creatures coexist harmoniously. In this space, love cultivates understanding and bridges gaps between differing beliefs and backgrounds. Imagine if you could embody this unconditional love in your interactions. How might that change the dynamics of your relationships and your understanding of faith? As we move forward together, let's embrace the call to action that love presents us. Love challenges us to engage with the world in meaningful ways, whether through acts of kindness, advocacy for those in need, or simply by extending a listening ear. By choosing love, we become catalysts for change, embodying the teachings of Christ, which encourage us to serve others as a reflection of divine love. Let's take a moment to reflect on the love we give and receive. Is there an area in your life where you can be more generous with your love? Has there been someone who needs your compassion but hasn't yet received it? By sharing your love stories in the comments, you not only honor your journey, but also inspire those around you. Love is contagious. It sparks more love, illuminating the lives of those we touch. Together, let us create a community rooted in this powerful force, where our shared experiences shape a collective understanding of compassion and connection. As this chapter comes to a close, I invite you to remember that your journey of love is ongoing. Embrace each interaction as an opportunity, allowing love to deepen your understanding of yourself and your faith. Let this profound connection guide you as we navigate life's complexities, celebrating every small act of love as a step towards spiritual evolution. Together, we can illuminate the path forward, fostering a world enriched by our shared commitment to love. As we arrive at the culmination of our exploration, let's take a moment to reflect on our journey, the interconnected threads of acceptance, knowing, and love. Each component builds upon the others, creating a holistic framework for our spiritual existence. This culmination prompts us to contemplate the essence of connection. What does it truly mean to connect deeply with ourselves, with others, and with the divine? Imagine connection as a sprawling tree, its roots penetrating deep into the earth, while its branches reach toward the sky, illustrating our diverse relationships and experiences. Every connection nourishes this tree, allowing it to flourish. Just as a tree needs soil, sunlight, and water to thrive, we too require connections to support our spiritual growth. Which branches in your life are being nurtured, and which ones might need a little more attention? Elisabeth Kübler-Ross emphasized that connection is vital to healing and emotional well-being. In times of grief or struggle, it is often the relationships we cherish that provide solace and strength. How have your connections supported you during challenging times? Reflect on the individuals who have been there for you. Have you taken a moment to express your gratitude for their support? Connecting deeply is also about recognizing those relationships that yearn for your attention. Have you ever felt isolated in your beliefs or struggles? This longing for connection is a natural part of the human experience. Consider how you might initiate conversations that foster deeper understanding, not just with those who share your faith, but also with those who challenge it. There is immense beauty in these dialogues, where contrasting perspectives can lead to growth and enlightenment. Additionally, vulnerability plays a critical role in fostering genuine connections. Have you ever hesitated to open up for fear of misunderstanding? Embracing vulnerability allows authentic bonds to form, offering safe spaces where everyone can share their experiences. When was the last time you allowed yourself to be vulnerable? What did that feel like for you, and how did it shift your relationships? Let's not forget the divine connection that binds us. This relationship, however understood, is a source of infinite love and guidance. Just as a tree stretches toward the sky, our spirits seek to connect with the divine. What practices help you cultivate this relationship? Do you find peace in prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection? These moments can serve as sunlight for your spiritual tree, guiding you toward deeper insight and understanding. As we embark on this journey together, let's commit to nurturing our connections, whether through shared experiences, acts of service, or simply listening. Each interaction enriches not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Consider, how can you forge new connections or deepen existing ones? Perhaps it involves starting a conversation with a colleague, volunteering, or reaching out to a friend in need. I encourage you to share how connection has shaped your spiritual journey in the comments section. What connections do you cherish, and how have they influenced your understanding of love and acceptance? By opening this dialogue, we weave together a rich tapestry of experiences that inspires and encourages others in their own paths. As we conclude this chapter, remember that connections are vital to our spiritual evolution. Embrace the web of relationships that support you and honor the love that flows through them. By remaining open, we allow communal bonds to illuminate the path ahead, fostering a world enriched by our shared commitment to connection, compassion, and love. Together, let us journey forward, each connection a step toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the divine.